Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Viren, and today I'm here to talk about my Mod23 wish list. Is any of this going to happen? Probably not, but I wanted to just share with you guys what I think we should see. Maybe not in Mod23, but in future mods. And also, guys, shout out to Roundtable who invited me to this RAQ, and I actually did not freeze for once. So, shout out to Roundtable and the guys and girls in it. But anyway, guys, kicking it off, daily login rewards. Now, in this aspect, Neverwinter is severely behind the curve because they don't really show enough appreciation for the player base. Now, Cryptic basically crippled the player base when it came to Barovia. There was a glitch, and essentially what happened, a load of people got banned because they did this glitch to farm Astral diamonds, and they got permabanned. Some people got banned for a week, some people didn't get banned at all. So they kind of crippled the player base, and that's when Neverwinter took a slight detour, and it became like less active. However, people like me and a lot of other people out there stayed with Neverwinter, kept logging on, we kept playing. A lot of people still kept investing. Most people kept investing, actually. I've even been known to spend money on the game just to help my character, I guess. But what we do need is daily login rewards. You know, like loyalty rewards. Last year we had weekly rewards where we must have got like 20 collars. We didn't. We probably got about 3. But it felt like we got so many collars, and it was just ridiculous. But obviously it's going to help the player base. It's going to help the newer guys. But considering they have just basically screwed over the low item level people because they didn't have the rank 15 enchantments. But they've essentially screwed them over by making the enchantment system much tougher, much grindier, much more expensive. They need to show some appreciation, in my opinion, to the player base. Daily login rewards is something that a lot of other MMOs do, and I think Neverwinter need to start doing this. And I don't mean, here you go, thanks for logging on, here's 1 press ward. I don't mean anything like that. I mean, thanks for logging on, here's a rank 2 companion enhancement enchantment. Or thanks for logging on, here's about 20 press wards, but don't make them bound. Because the whole point is to flood the market and take your control back. Cryptic need to take control of the auction house. And I feel this is how to do it, because a lot of people who don't need the press wards, let's say you get 20 press wards as a daily login, a lot of people are going to sell them if they don't need them. And that is in turn going to, flood the market, and the price is going to come down. It's going to be a much happier place for everyone, and people are going to feel appreciated for logging on and keep coming back to the game. So daily login rewards is something I think Cryptic really need to consider. So the next one is Zen Market. Make everything farmable. And this goes back to the press wards again. The press wards are ridiculous right now. The 10 cost 100 Zen, which is 75k, but on the auction house they're about 140k for 10. The prices are ridiculous. Why can't we have kind of like the Barovia hunt system? So you know the Barovia hunt system with the posters, and you could get gear from them, right? So instead of getting gear, why not get items? Instead of like the Heels of Fury, you could get press wards. You could go farm press wards or whatever. And it just, or you can go require something or acquire something, and you can go get companion upgrade tokens or mount upgrade tokens. Why isn't there more farms like that in the game? The game has potential, it's just the developers don't really have many ideas. But with Gearbox taking over, I know Gearbox aren't actually having a say in the game, but there should be more money at Cryptic's disposal. So there's a lot of things they could do with the Zen Market and the press wards and basically everything on the Zen Market. They could do a similar thing to the Barovia hunt system, but instead of gear that drops, you can actually get items, insignia powder, whatever you want. So, I've touched on this next one before. Remove rough Astral Diamonds. Why is rough AD still on the game? What purpose does rough AD serve? You're supposed to be getting players to play the game, not limiting how much they can get out of the game. There's a lot of people that I talk to, and a lot of them log on. They get the rough AD, the 100k cap, and then they log off. I don't know how having that rough AD is helping the game. How is it keeping people involved in the game? How is it helping player retention? People are going to log on, get the rough AD, and then log off. A lot of people are doing it now because there's nothing to do. Which touches up on the next point. We need more campaigns. One campaign per mod is not enough. You need to give us more stuff to do per mod. That's my opinion on the whole campaign thing. I don't like it. I don't like the limit. I don't like the weekly haul. Okay, so the next one isn't actually... I know it's not going to change, but we've got remove scaling, which is not going to change, but scaling doesn't belong, and adjust dungeon difficulty. So, I was talking to Bricks from Roundtable, and I asked him what the requirements are set forth by Cryptic for certain dungeons. So, he said Crown of Caldegon is 50k. Tower of the Mad Mage is 30k item level. You go try to do Tower with 30k. That's the required item level. Why would it be the required item level if you're not supposed to go in there at 30k? Because I know a lot of people are going to say, yeah, but you're not supposed to go in there at 30k. Okay, why have that item level set to that? It makes no sense. It's either the developers don't play the game, which I 100% believe, or it's just... I don't even have another excuse for them. 50k for Crown of Caldegon? The players are saying that they're basically asking for 70k players. But 50k to do Crown of Caldegon. You need to adjust that requirement. You need to adjust the difficulty. It's ridiculous. Next one. More Daily Reapers. One Daily Reaper dungeon is not enough. It still takes too long to do collars. It still takes too long to get the tokens. One token a day, and let's say you need 50 greater shards of empowerment. That's nearly 2 months just for one purple collar, 2 legendary. We need more Daily Reapers. A training queue. I want to touch up on this in a later video and do a video on this. But we need a training queue. PC have the preview server. And in that preview server, they can learn things like Crown of Caldegon. They can learn anything new or any new dungeon. And it doesn't actually cost them anything because it's the preview server. Console needs something like that. Because when we're training, when we're learning things, we actually end up spending a lot on buffs, on scrolls, food, potions, just everything. We end up spending a lot. So I feel console need to be thought of a little bit more and maybe give us some sort of training queue or just a queue where maybe we don't get any rewards, but we don't use anything in our inventory either. I think that would be super useful when it comes to learning dungeons, and it will be less costly, of course. But I'll touch up on that in a future video. Less one-shot mechanics. One-shot mechanics is something I absolutely hate in this game, especially as a rogue and being squishy. One-shot mechanics are absolutely awful. As you've seen in that boss fight there, I died twice. Was it a one-shot mechanic? No. But we are that squishy. They need to do something. If they're going to keep one-shot mechanics, they need to make us a bit more survivable. My opinion. But yeah, that's just whatever it is. I can't see that changing. Guild system overhaul. So the guild makes no sense to me. It's super expensive to farm a guild to rank 20, but we've got all these boons that we can't even use, we should be able to use all the boons, in my opinion. If the guild has built them, you should be able to use them. I don't think any boon should be grayed out. We should be able to build every single guild boon, and we should be able to use every single guild boon. I mean, that would help tremendously. I mean, I'm sure everyone would appreciate that, but we need the guild events to make a comeback as well, make them more useful, Dragonfly Marauders, whatever. Okay, so I touched up on this earlier, but stop limiting the daily and weekly caps. There is nothing worse in a video game than being told what you can and can't earn. When, like, being told you can't earn any more of this currency. There's nothing worse, and it will not get people on the game, and it won't get people continuing to play the game. They'll get the weekly caps or whatever, the daily caps, and they'll bail. They'll just go off until the next day. And last but not least, we need a new Tales of Old event and a Call to Arms. Call to Arms was awesome. There was some awesome rewards in the Call to Arms event, and Tales of Old was probably the most fun event we have ever had on a game, or on this game, sorry. Tales of Old needs to make a comeback, and yeah, that's just my opinion on them. But I know that one was the last one, but I've just thought of one. Variety. Why are rogues, wizards, barbarians, every DPS using the exact same gear? There has to be more variety. It makes no sense. There needs to be more variety to control the cost of everything in the game. The ribcage is what? Is he still 7 coals? It can't be still 7 coals. But anyway, the ribcage was so expensive because everyone needed it, and it made no sense. Why would a wizard need something a rogue uses? Why would a barbarian need something a DC DPS uses? To me, it makes no sense, and I think there definitely needs to be more variety. But that is essentially my wish list in Mod23. Can I see any of it happening? Probably not, but I just wanted to give my opinion anyway. And also, guys, let me know your opinion on any of these things that I've outlined. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments. Please keep it respectful if you disagree with anyone. And yeah, again, thanks to Roundtable for the invite. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.